What's going on, traders? How we doing this morning? Sorry, it's been a busy morning. Just came in from outside. We found a turtle out in the yard. It's kind of interesting. I am on the wrong screen. Look at that. Watching myself live. I was fixing my thumbnail. I don't know exactly what was going on with that. Let me get this off of here. Pull this up. There we go. Don't love the destination more than the journey. It's a pretty good one. Let's get to it. Basically saying, if you're in this just for the money and you don't actually enjoy doing it, you might want to rethink it, because it's definitely going to be an interesting one. The only reason you're doing it is for the money, right? I originally, everybody kind of gets into this just for the money, but just like any other job, you actually have to enjoy it to become really good at it. You got to be passionate about it. Thomas, what's up, marketing? Alex, what's going on, everybody? Appreciate you all being here, as always. Hopefully the thumbnail thing changed. I really have no way of checking. I guess I could go, let's see, your channel. No, for me, it still has the Friday Night Live stream. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but hopefully it'll change. I changed it in these settings. I don't know. I don't even know how it does that, to be completely honest. You know, actually, I think I might. As usual, don't really have anything on the watch list. I was watching Tesla go crazy here this morning. Got up to 998.52. I feel like there's no way this thing doesn't touch 1,000 today. All right, let's see here. Yeah, that's kind of loud. Let's see, videos, live. I think I have to do it afterwards, because right now it says it's the right thumbnail. We'll check it afterwards. No reason to sit here and worry about it at the moment. So just to give you guys a little bit of an update as well. Money next to my name, a sign of things to come. Yeah, boy. Well, let me hit refresh here. I want to see that. I want to see those badges. I've been using, actually, I think I have to use this one. Let's see. I've been using the Restream chat client so I could see Twitch and YouTube together. There it is. Look at that money. I like it. How you get the money next to your name, guys, is you become a sponsor of the channel. Little join button right down there next to the subscribe button and the like button, all that good stuff. So once again, thank you, Alex, for that. But yeah, it's you get that and you get some cool emojis, all that good stuff. Brad, what's up? Good morning. Caesar, good morning. Got about 45 seconds here to the bell. Gonna be going right off the scanners as usual. It's kind of what we do here. But yeah, I was gonna give you guys a quick update on how we've been doing. If I can, let's see. Our numbers are a little insane right now. 96.55% win percentage. 113 profit factor. That's just silly. Don't want to, jinx myself, but we're running pretty good at the moment. Like to think we're back in our comfort zone. 10 seconds here to the bell. Good luck to everybody today. Let's stay green. And let's hope the scanners give us something. There's the bell. I had DPW up on my other chart. I was kind of watching that. I know Ross was in that this morning based off of his live stream. Some of the guys in the Discord were letting me know. He seems to be in and out in pre-market now. Something new. Yeah, I've been up I was up pretty early this morning dealing with the kiddos. They were up kind of early. We were building forts. I was making my bed and happened to look out back and saw that turtle. That's kind of what we were doing for like the last 20 minutes or so. NIO making a decent little run. We don't have any day trades available left on IB, and we don't have any shares here on NIO. But this does look like if it goes through 7, that would have been something we'd be interested in. Look at that volume, 5.2 million first candle. Of course, as I say that, Brian says, NIO started. Who would have thought? So we know they have them over there at IB at least. What's wrong, Bray? I know you want me. Daddy's working for a little bit, okay? You can always have daddy jokes. Alright, let daddy work. Come on. Daddy's gotta work. Alright, daddy's just gonna pull away. Gotta get some more of that superhuman strength. Bear, go with mommy. Silly kids. I swear. They'll leave you alone all morning for the most part until it's time. You want some? Oh, you're just going to pull at me? Until it's time for you to need to concentrate. And then that's when they attack. You pulling on my arm, you silly boy. Still nothing in our wheelhouse just yet. Yeah, I forgot I built the fort on the couch for him, so he just ran back in there to watch his tablet, so that's good. OSUR looking kind of interesting here. I'd like to see this make a move up through 12, even though that was kind of a big move down here from 11. See if it wants to get through this pre-market high up here at 1184. Excuse me. Got BE up as well on my bottom chart. Doesn't quite look like it's going to do what we want, but more focus on OSUR here if it wants to run up through that 1180 area up towards 12. BE is coming back up after a little pullback. Whoa, all the snow dogs? Say snow dogs, those are huskies. It's their, yeah, like our Rags and Subi, they're pugs, the breed. Say those, the snow dogs, they're huskies. Alright, OSUR that quick, look away for a second. Now they're down 20 cents. Yeah, they're pugs. And those are huskies. See how they look different? That's the breed that they are. Let's switch charts here. BE. See what BE does here. See if we can get a push up towards 9. I feel like must be like a piece of hair. It's tickling me. Looking for more of a push here, up towards 9. It's kind of just hanging out here. There's a lot going on the minus I3 scan at the moment. Take a look at what the SPY's doing. Yeah, that's why. SPY's kind of, I wouldn't say tanking, but it's moving down. LPTH is a lower float that's moving up. We don't have any shares there, unfortunately. That one actually looks pretty nice. Range isn't great, but the chart looks nice. Here we go, getting that move up towards 9 on BE. Oh. Don't really want to chance this. Yeah, there goes Brian and LPTH. A little jealous there. Ooh, wow, yeah. That's actually creating some range now. See if we can get this 9 pop here on BE. It's kind of a slower trader, but I do like the chart. There's really not much else going on. Got up to 9 there. TCO had a huge drop this morning. Guess it's some kind of offering, it looks like. Looks like we're not going to get that 9 pop on BE. It was a little too slow for my liking to get in before 9. I was just looking for that 9 pop. Plus, there's some pretty good resistance up at 950, so I was looking to base my ads on the way up to 950 there. That's why I wanted to get on the other side of 9 to start. Etsy. Yeah, I didn't even see that one. Is anyone else having trouble opening an account with CMEG? I've been trying to make an account with them for about 3 weeks now. How long did it take for y'all to create an account? It took me, let's say it was like 4 days. Granted, that was back when SureTrader was still around, so CMEG might not have been as busy. I am watching Etsy on my bottom chart, by the way. But with CMEG, I don't know. A lot of people say they have issues with providing all the documents that they want. So it's really just a matter of, I guess, getting that part of it all done. So I'm not sure what you're running into an issue with, because when I applied, they would send me an email back saying, okay, thank you for all of this. We need this. And I'm like, okay. So I would literally send it in right away. And then the next day, they'd be like, okay, we got that. Now we need this based off of this or whatever, you know, just going back and forth with them. And then, yeah, it took 4 days and I was pretty much done. So I don't know if it's just an issue with something that you're sending in or whatnot. But I mean, I know other people that have also, it's only taken 4 days. I know of a person that it only took 2 days, because when they sent everything in, it was everything that they required on the first shot, and they had an account approved in 2 days. So usually obviously it varies. Your mileage may vary depending on where you live, how much you're trying to deposit, where you're depositing from, stuff like that. So I know that they're pretty strict with who they let come to their brokerage. But to me, I actually like that, because it means they're doing their due diligence and not just letting anybody come on in, kind of like SureTrader was doing. And as you can see, look at where SureTrader ended up. So Grub, how come it's not popping up on the scanner? Oh, it's just going nuts both ways. Yeah, what the heck? Is that like a early morning earnings or something? That's usually not what happens, but Etsy kind of topped out there at 83, is coming back down. We pulled that up after it had already topped. Just not really seeing anything. Checking all the scanners now. This is the one bad thing about being so picky, is that sometimes you just don't find any trades. NVTA could be worth looking at here. So this is the setup we're looking for, but we need the extension now, right? We have the previous resistance, but now we needed that extension through, and as you can see, we're not getting it. And that's what I was just saying, is when you're super picky, you don't see your setup that often, right? So that's the issue. But you only need 2 or 3 trades a day, really, to get what you're looking for. but sometimes those 2 or 3 trades might not come along. VBIV actually doesn't look too bad here. Love to see a really good push here. It's double topping at the moment off of yesterday's highs. We'll let that come back up on the scanners if it wants to. TZA, here we go. This is what we're looking for. And we're going to start TZA. Nice extension through this previous resistance over a key area of $0.50. So if we get a push down into the 30s, we'll look to take 75% here. All right, let's head it back up, head it back down. Put an order out there at 38. See if we want to get a flush down there. Got a little bit lower there, 42 I saw on the bid. It is starting to try to form a little bit of a support here. Looking at the overall move back to previous resistance, we might be asking for a little too much for 75% here. But we'll see if it wants to give us this 40 flush. It's trying. Coming down to 41. If we can get to 40, I got a feeling we'll get a nice flush down there, do at least 38. There we go, 40. Oh, we're on the bid. We were on the bid there for a second. That's a little frustrating. See if it wants to come down and try again. Not a huge fan of how it bounced right off our bid there. It's coming down again. Let's try 40 again. Kind of a bummer here. Pretty much stopping at break even on this one. Obviously, we're getting the pullback. If it wants to try to go higher here, we pretty much top tick this, so we're not going to let this one go back against this. Our average is at 57, high days at 60. But if we start getting back up into the higher 50s, we're just going to take it off. Here we go, coming back down to 40 again. There we go. So we're going to almost on the bid. 39, we're on the bid there. 38, we're on the bid. There we go. So we got our fill there at 38. We're going to see if we can come down here towards that 30 area for a little bit more. All right, thank you. They asked me for more information, and I provided it to them, and they haven't got back to me yet. It's been a week. I would give them a call. I'm going to put a stop at break even for the rest here. Or actually at high of day, sorry. We're going to see if we can get a little bit lower. So load 60, we'll be looking closer down the VWAP here. But obviously we'll put a stop for the rest at break even if for some reason it wants to get up there. Yeah, Chanty, I would definitely give them a call. Be like, hey, what's going on? This thing is all over the place. MRI or IMRN. Yeah, we were looking at this thing yesterday. Thing was going nuts. Let's see, let's go with 2020. I don't know if we're gonna get down there. This thing's acting very bullish. Does keep getting shoved down though. A lot of people that kind of got caught in this are probably selling their shares for break even. What are you looking for, Zishan, on IMRN? It looks like there's just like no volume there today. We're getting the push back up towards high of day. I'm going to change this to break even, I think. I feel like if it gets up to 57, it's going to go. I'll stop at break even on the rest here. If we get up to 57, I got a feeling it's definitely going to go to 60, so might as well just stick to break even there. All right, we're on the ask. All right, we got our fill there. It could double top, but even if it does, we're most likely going to get stopped out, and I'll just be happy with that. It obviously feels very bullish, like it wants to go higher. TZA is the inverse of the SPY. Interesting. Didn't know that. Could have fooled me. Yep, SPY is going low today. You're right. So I ended up with a small win there. But the range on this wasn't spectacular. So we did set a new high there, so we would have stopped out. So we made the right call. The odds are if this thing wanted to get that close to high of day again, it was going to go high of day. So this could be the UK strat. Poke through high of day, come back down into the range. I was about to hit it too. Nice little drop. It's all right. We'll move on. See if we can find anything else. What's BE doing? BE actually did go up through 9. Not a huge fan of the volume. Range on this isn't that great either. Oh yeah, IMRN is just kind of chilling there. Yeah, that yesterday that thing was nuts. It went all the way up to like 29 or something. It's back down to 13 now. Okay, nothing there. BE, if it wants to shoot up to like 950 here, be interested. Warren Buffett article about day trading. I did not. What did he say? Basically that it's impossible. GME making a decent move. AEM, decent. We need that to go a little bit more. Here we go with BE. Looking for this to move fast. 950 would be great. Just kind of grinding here. We are pretty extended though. want that one more little push. Come on. That AEM is starting to move too. Kind of keeping an eye on both. AEM's a little bit more pricey. Looking for this to kind of shoot up to 950 here all at once. Volume's not bad. This is pretty extended. I just don't like how grindy it feels. That's why we're still waiting for that push. Go 940. It's having trouble here at 940. Super spready here too for a $9 stock, 7-8 cents. This thing doesn't know what it wants to do at this 930, like 5-ish area. It's kind of just chilling. I wanted that 950. Guess it did pretty much come right up to that resistance area at 9. It was at 943. I thought it was at first glance it looked like it was at over 950. If I would have drew that line, I might have got into this. AEM didn't quite give us what we were looking for. And this is the thing. Normally, if you pulled this chart up in hindsight, right, if this thing comes all the way back down here to like 910 or even 9 to retest this previous resistance, if you pull this up in hindsight, you'd be like, well, that looks like a perfect trade, like your A-plus setup. And you wouldn't be wrong in hindsight. But when you pull this chart up in real time and you're watching the price action and feeling the price action, sometimes it's just not what you're looking for. And that's why it's good to get a chart up early so you can kind of watch it for a second and feel the price action, see if it's doing what you want it to do. You don't know what the spread was like. There's a lot of factors that these people who do recaps on YouTube, they don't really put that into play because this thing could have had a 20-cent spread, right? And you don't know that in hindsight. You're just looking at a chart that has candles already formed. So you can say whatever you want in hindsight. You can say, I would have did this, look at the previous resistance. Obviously, looking at the hourly, there was resistance at 943. I would have got short here at 940, blah, 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 right? Anyone can do that in hindsight. So actually pulling the chart up in real time and reading the price action and feeling what you think it's going to do based off previous events and everything that you've learned up until this point, that is what matters, right? I didn't like how this was trading. I didn't like, even though it had this nice extension, I wanted a key area because of, well, what I thought I saw on the hourly. But I still would have wanted that $0.50 anyway. And we never really got that quick move. I mean, this is a decent amount of volume, and we never really got that like fast move. It was just kind of a grinding up type of move. So that's what kept us out of this one because we really wanted that like push through, and we just didn't get it. So maybe in the future when we're just playing, you know, with a little bit of house money and we can just play pretty much everything that looks like this instead of worrying about the price action and stuff like that, we could take that, and then worst case scenario, we have to cut it if it's a loser. But right now we're trying to really focus on those A-plus setups, our bread and butter, and, you know, build our small account. So we're not really looking to take extra risk if we don't have to. CRIS making a decent move here. It's kind of double topping off pre-market highs. I'm just pulling it up. Anytime I see something off the scanners, you're going to see me pull it up. If I have shares, I do. If I don't, oh well. Yeah, Thomas. He said 95% of day trading, I'm assuming day traders lose money. And if it was that easy to get rich, everyone would be doing it. I mean, he's not wrong. There goes CRIS. See, it made that pop through that previous resistance here, 278. Went right up to 297 exactly. Coming right back down. See if it tries to use this as support now. It did try to halt there at 298, so that didn't help. Probably would have went right through 3 if the halt price wasn't there. Yeah, look at that. It's getting shoved back down. Probably would have stayed out of that one. I don't know. Well, yeah, I probably would have stayed out of that one just for the sole fact that the halt price was there. If the halt price was over 3 and it hit it at like 3, I don't know, like 310, we probably would have been in that if we had shares, right? That would have been a nice little extension through that previous resistance and the halt price, meaning it wouldn't have been able to go higher, at least in that current moment. Right now, it's up at 304. Not looking like it wants to go right back up there. But you saw how quick, I mean, this thing can move 50 cents at a time, so. TZA is actually grinding higher. This is actually a perfect example, guys. Well, actually, let's keep watching Chris here, just out of curiosity. Halt's at 307 now. After a pretty big pullback, though, right? So now a lot of the sellers are gone. So this thing could very well go up to the halt price here. Now it's up at 313. Still haven't even made the 3 break yet, so that's going to be a pretty key area. So if it can get through that. There we go, testing 3. So look, a bunch of shares are getting eaten out. Yeah, I did just say that, didn't I? Oh, boy. AEM made a nice pullback. Good job, Jeff. I see that you're in that. There's the 3 break. Look at that. That shot right up to 316. Halt price is at 326 now. You would have had to have already had an order in to sell if you wanted that 3 pop. That thing came right back down. Vincenzo, I couldn't agree more. Warren Buffett's not a day trader. So, I mean, granted, he's probably looking at stats when he says something like that. Plus, there was an article that came out pretty recently where it was saying it was like 97%, but it was based off of traders in Thailand using their exchange. And I'm pretty sure their exchange is probably 50, 100 times harder to trade than ours. Here we go. Halt price is at 334 now. CRS. Ooh, what do we got here? Let's start CERS here. We got 53. See if we can get down in the 30s here. Oh, all right, back up. Was looking to take 75% there. Didn't quite give us what we were looking for. Ooh. This thing's got some whip. Coming back down. See if we can get back through 50. Down in the 30s, we're going to look to take 75%. Put an order out here at 36, just in case. Not quite. I don't like how it keeps getting back up over 50 here. Keeps fighting in the 40s. We are getting the topping tails, but I don't like how it feels. Kind of holding up here. See if we can get this pushed down to the 30s this time. Ugh. Not a huge fan of how this is trading. Especially considering we didn't really get the top here. Trying to get back under 50 again. So at this point, we're looking to be stopping out at high of day. We didn't get any ads, obviously. See if we can get this push through 40, though. There we go, coming down to test it, 43. Just got to get through this 43 area. That's what held last time. Keeps jumping back up to 50. So if we can get that push down through 43 is what we're looking for. There it is again. Let's get through this time. Come on. Trying again. Does not want to do it. $43 seems to be the key number here. I don't want to take my 75% here, but I'm going to just because I don't like how it's trading. We're obviously looking for a much bigger move down, which now, since we have most of it off here, we can look for it, but just does not seem to want to break that area, right? It's holding support pretty comfortably. Get out of here, Brian. Brian, tell me to wait for the pivot. I'm going to stop at high of day on the rest here. As you can see, pretty much shooting right back up here. He's back? Who's back? The turtle? Yeah. Oh, you can see him from the window? Yeah. Hey, yeah, Thomas, I wasn't a huge fan. I mean, you could feel the support there. I just did not want to go through 43. Plus, we didn't get the best entry there. It wasn't a horrible entry. We did get in on the upper side of the 50, $50, but you could clearly tell this thing was kind of being held up. So, looks like we pretty much got the bottom of where it was holding support there. But if it wants to continue now, we actually, you know, it's a lot less stress-free at this point. We're not in full position. We still have 25% of our position. If it wants to move lower, that's obviously what we're looking for. Let's put an order out there just in case. We'll put it down there at, let's put it at like 33. Just in case it wants to get there. Still have our stop at high of day. Yeah, I literally just pulled Grub up because Brian had mentioned it. He's kind of like going WTF as well. Yeah, VWAP was still down here quite a bit. That's what we were looking for. That's why we had our 75% down where it was. But unfortunately, it didn't want to break that 43 area. Yes, Bray. Oh, yeah? How far did he move? There we go, back down through 50. Yeah, he's probably just looking. You saw him walking? That's so cool. Go watch him. I'll come look real quick. got down to that 43 area again, it looks like. Did it break through? 45. So not quite. That's where we are now. See if we can get that push down there through 43. That seems to be the key area. We might get a nice little break. Let's put this up at 35. Did that actually move it? No, it still says it's at 33. Let's do it ourselves here. Still can't get that 43 break. Just looking for it to kind of flush down if it does. Seems to be a pretty key area. So hopefully if we break it, we'll get a nice little flush. Ready to hit my button too if we get to like 37 or whatever and we don't get our fill. Brian was being a jerk earlier saying wait for the pivot, technically, which we can with our stop now. We can move it down here to 660, but we'll see what it does here first. Actually, we'll go ahead and just move that too, because there really is no reason not to. I do like that, because if we get back up to that point and break through, actually, yeah. Let's keep it at high a day for now. Just in case we get a little fake out for whatever reason. Thomas says, since I'm out, it'll go down to 590 or lower. Well, hopefully we at least get 635 here, and then it can do whatever it wants with the remaining. Not seeing anything else going on right now. So Brian says you got Kron up. Remember, Kron was one of the first things I traded. Hated this stock. It was up in like the $11, $10, $11 range. And it was like every time I entered it, it was when it was just going nuts. It was trading like 2 million every minute. It was when the pot stocks were going crazy. And I couldn't win, period. But that was back when I was literally just guessing which way that a stock would go. As you go through the day, remember the mantra of Adam Ant, I'm a big tough man with a big tough plan. I'm going to spend my life with a big tough wife. Vincenzo with his quote of the day. So we're giving this thing room to breathe. All the way up there towards high of day. That was some pretty nice wicks on the end of those candles, which is why I'm leaving it there, figuring it might be hard for it to reach again. But if it does reach it, then we'll be more than happy to just take it and move on. It'll be a little frustrating, but at the same time, it is what it is. It'll actually be pretty much a break-even trade. Will be a very small green if we get stopped out, but basically break even. But we're basically looking for this thing to try to roll over. Actually, if you look at the hourly and the daily, for that matter, we're right at a really key area. That's probably why it got stuffed there. We didn't even really look at that when we got into the trade. We were just kind of reading the price action. BE is still grinding. Yep, see? That's what I told you guys. I'm not a professional trader. I probably don't know what I'm talking about, but I do feel like I'm learning something. Every day I'm learning. And I could tell it just felt like BE was not what we wanted. You could just feel it in the price action. Now, when we pulled CERS up, you guys saw what was going on, right? We had that huge volume. You could feel it start to fight at the top there. We were feeling that ceiling, and that's when we got short, right? And we did get a pullback, but there's some buyers stepping in here. So that's kind of what's keeping it from falling. As you can see down there at that 43 level, some people stepped in. They're just buying up these shares. There we go. Drop back down through 50. Get bought right back up through 50. Kind of a flag per se here, right? You could argue this is a descending triangle, but I would say it's starting to make higher lows as well. So I would almost consider this a little bit of a flag. So we'll see as it squeezes tight here which way it wants to go. Could be one of those unfortunate circumstances where it squeezes up through 660, goes up through high of day, and then does another top wick here. Could just be trying to stop hunt a little bit. And if that's the case, then so be it. But I will say, if it gets through that 660 area, it's most likely going to go. So we're going to lower our stop. We'll let it try to use this 659 area. But if it wants to go through 660, we'll take it. Because if it does get through there, I mean, the odds are, right, we're making higher lows. This thing's going to squeeze at least a high of day. So there's no reason to get stopped out higher than we have to. I was trying to give it room to breathe, but at this point, just seeing how it's played out, there's really no reason to let it get to this point and then let it squeeze up and stop us out, because that's most likely what would happen if it does. And we've seen it happen all the time. Go full screen real quick. You'll see BE down here. This is what it's doing. Look at it. This is back when we were talking about how we didn't like it. And as you can see, it consolidated right there. And it's just grinding higher, just like Alex said. We're going to go trying 650 again. I try not to sit here and just dribble over one stock, but again, there's not too much else going on. TZA is actually running. I guess that means the SPY is making lows, which it's right at the lows. TZA could be worth looking at again. SPY broke its lows. SPY's actually in a pretty key area here on the hourly. This 319 area. They're out back, Kim. Yeah, Kim was like, it's quiet at your house this morning. I was like, oh. No, they're here. They weren't being very quiet before you got here. But yeah, they're out back. We showed them that turtle, and now they're kind of obsessed with the turtle. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. He made it that far, that quick? Yeah, I mean, I looked for him, and I don't see him. He's got to be there. He's probably just in the grass. I was watching TZA. I like the move that it's making here. There's a lot of room to the downside, though, on the SPY. Now that I know the TZA is the inverse of it, this thing definitely could go. Just waiting for CERS. It's going to pick a direction here soon. It's squeezing nice and tight. Brian killing it on VRML. Take a look at his chart there. That's a lot of red above a lot of green. I don't know what that little random red one there is. Maybe he over covered. I'm sure now that he heard me say that, he'll answer. Looking pretty heavy here. See if we can get back down through 50 towards that 43 area again. Oh yeah, I forgot to take a look at your chart marketing. Let's take a look. Oh, you just posted a second chart. Let's take a look at both. One on car, bought the dip, sold the rip. Nice. Look at that. That's a nice little 40-50 cent winner. UAL, same thing. Nice. Yeah, see, I love that line you drew on UAL. Looking for that previous support there. Nice. Well done. Could have easily got into that one a little early, but then you could have scaled and still gave you that nice little pop. Very well done. Good job. Added back for the fade. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, so on Brian's chart, that little red dot after the fact, that was him adding into the pop, as you can see here. So we pull it back up right there because it's after the green arrows, right? A little bit further in the time frame, but you can see the green arrow. So he's adding into that pop. It was basically the bounce, and he's looking for lower. So obviously it's working out. Brian's a beast. That's all he does. All he does is win, win, win. This thing is literally the epitome of a flag. If you guys are technical traders, I don't really see how you can get much more of a flag than this. It's literally the definition of a flag. We shall see which way it goes. We got orders on both sides. You're short, Chris? Going to get out 257. You had shares on Chris? Nice. I would have probably been in that with you if we had shares, but we do not. BE poking its head on the scanners at a low number. It's just grinding and grinding. We're coming up to the top of this trend line here. Oh, and back down we go. Oh, on paper. Gotcha. That would make sense. Oh, back down to that's the thing when we're squeezing tight here. You don't have much room to go. Which way is it going to go? Thoughts on HTZ? My thoughts on HTZ are it's going to go to 0. I don't quite understand. I think I was just reading on Twitter that they finally appealed. They had 10 days to appeal, and I think today they appealed. So it's just a matter of time before they probably get denied their appeal, and they just go to 0. Over to they'll get delisted and over to the OTC markets. So it tried to get up through, did not. Now it's back down to this trend line, 47. Which way are we going to break? And even if we do break here, it might only go to VWAP at first. So I'm wondering if maybe we should move our order up there to 40. We finally get that 43 break. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Go to 41 here. Nah, let's keep it down there. I want to see what happens if it breaks. SNE broke 70. Well, I guess since the SPY went down, Tesla probably... Oh, Tesla went through 1,000. Tesla said, screw the SPY. It went through, but it did come back down. Interesting. I had a feeling that no matter what, Tesla was going to hit 1,000 today. It was too close in the pre-market. It got to like 998.56 or something. Here we go, trying to break this little trend line. See if we can get a move down. There it is, right to 43. See if we can go through 40. I keep my finger on the button here. Finally got through 43. Got the 41 on the bid. Don't know if we would have got filled there. See what it does here at VWAP. There we go, back down to 42. Looking for this 40 break. Let's get rid of these trend lines now. Can get a better, if anything, I would draw a new little resistance line here at 55, but that's not really worth drawing. Still looking for this 40 break. Bounce off VWAP there, see if we get a retest. Now we got the moving average kind of coming down with it. We'll see what it does when it gets there. Just trying to be patient with it since there's nothing else going on. Tesla right at 1,000 again. I saw 99999 on there. $999.99. Somebody front running the 1,000. There it is again. 99998. So we don't really want this to have a bottom wick on it to end, right? It kind of makes everyone like, we tried to break through. Let's go higher now. We want this to kind of finish, but it looks like we just clicked over. Yep. See what it does. Hopefully there's just a little bit of a fake out wick. Again, we're reading every single move on something that really isn't getting that much volume at this point. But we don't really have anything else to look at the current moment. Play the pivots. Oh, I mean, technically I am still playing the pivots. I'm just chilling, trying to talk us through it. Thoughts on NKLA? NKLA is, wasn't that another, isn't that like, is that, I don't even remember what company that is. Wasn't it something to do with Tesla though? Nikola. Isn't that, wasn't that a phone company? I honestly don't even remember. I thought that was like a phone company. But aren't they like competing with Tesla or something now? Just over there in Japan or something? I don't remember, to be completely honest. My thoughts on them are I have no idea. I don't know any. I'm looking at the daily though, and it's pretty extended. I can see that. That's for sure. By the way, guys, in today's video, I'm going to be hiding a $10 Amazon gift card. It will be somewhere. You just have to find it. So make sure you watch. Fine. So obviously it's first come, first serve. I have no idea what time I'm going to get the video out. That really depends on the kids. But if you're interested in a $10 Amazon gift card, keep an eye out. It's a fun little game I'm going to play with you guys. I like the idea of it. Here we go. Getting down to 40. Got to 41 again. Did it actually touch 40? I didn't see. For some reason, my I drew too many lines, I think. Doesn't like me anymore. Won't let me click on the candles now. Hey, BE finally fell over. Finally fell over there. Brian's mad because he missed it. I didn't like it. I don't think I ever would have been in BE. That thing just grinded away.
Those shoes are too big for you. These are Brayden's shoes.
Yeah, Kim, I'm not sure if I'm going to flash it to the point where you'd have to like stop it or whatever. Like, I don't know if that's how I'm going to do it or if I'm just going to like sit it in the background or something. Like, I'm going to put it somewhere. It's just going to be the code. There we go. Finally got the 40 break. Down in the 30. See if we can get the 35. We're under VWAP here. See if we can get a push. Come on. Push down. Oh, get ball right back up. That's poopy. Definitely going to move this down to the $50 though. No reason to keep that up there. I'll put it at 51. I'll put it up here. Give it a little room. I don't want to go too low. Still looking for 35 to get touched. Thing is, now we're kind of in la-la land, but we're more so looking for this at least 50. We're obviously not looking for previous resistance. With the remaining 10%, we can look for that. But for this, we're not looking to get too greedy because this was such a big move, and obviously it's fighting way up here. So if we pull up something like the fibs, I kind of am just doing it in my head. But if you look at the start of the move up here to the top, you'll see that 50% line, which is what we're looking for. We're right above it. That's kind of, I was visualizing that in my head, where 50% of the move is. And I knew it was around this area. So that was kind of why we have our order there for most. So we're looking for that to come down and at least get touched. And if the remaining 10% wants to, you know, fade the rest of the day, then so be it. But that's why we have this order sitting here. And yeah, I like doing anything I can do to give back to you guys. So if you do win it, let me know down in the comments. I want to know who wins. I'm sure every once in a while if I do it, I'm not going to do it every video, obviously, but I'm sure there's going to be people that win that don't say anything, which is kind of frustrating because I like the engagement. Like yesterday, there was like 80-some people who had watched my video, and I didn't have a single comment. And I was like, man. I was actually talking to David. I was saying, I guess people don't like consistency. They'd rather like find someone that's kind of all over the place, trading bigger numbers and stuff like that. And it's like, I've just been consistently kind of winning Even though it's not big size, we are trying to scale up though. But people don't seem, they get bored by it. They're like, oh, okay, he won again today. Oh, he won again today. Like that's almost what I think is happening, because I feel like the more that we're just kind of being consistent, the more or the less engagement we've been getting, which is kind of crazy to me. So yes, that's me asking. Leave some comments. Leave some likes on the videos. It just lets me know that what we're doing here is appreciated. That's all. It helps me keep the juices flowing to get the channel up, keep the channel up and running, keep the enthusiasm towards the channel. Because I don't have to do this, right? I'm doing it for free. So it just lets me know that you guys are there to support me, which I appreciate. We need drama. Yeah. How do I give you guys drama? Yes. You need help? Can you wait till I'm done? I'm almost done. Just waiting for this trade to play out one way or the other. Can you say CERS go down? Thank you. Hopefully it listens to you. What do you need help with? Show me. Hopefully, every time I walk away, something happens. So hopefully it goes down. Oh, you want something from over here? Oh, you want that down? You want to build? Okay. Why don't you put your hat on? Get your hard hat on. All right, start building. Once Daddy's done this, I'll help you build it. We'll see how far we can build it. Both of us. We'll both build it.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, because the thing came out. Just take it. You don't have to wear it. I think that is in your room, actually. Yeah. You want to go get the black piece that goes inside of that, and I can fix it? You need the black piece that goes inside that, and then we can put it on. Okay, you can wear it like that. It's just going to slip. Oh, 37. Hey, look, our thing works again. It only got to 38. It said 30. 37 was on the bid, but it never printed. So 38's trying to hold here. A little bit of a seller wall. There we go, 37. You saw us on the bid, or it looked like we were on the bid for a second. Just looking for that flush down to 35. If we kind of lose this seller wall, we might just take it here at 38. Don't necessarily want to fight too much, looking for a couple extra cents. There we go, 36, got through. Looking for a little bit more, 1 more cent. No. Oh. All right, we're gonna take it there. And if it goes, then we still got the rest, but we're not gonna fight over 2 cents when it's obviously at a key level here. It's fighting back and forth. So we have the rest of our position here, and we'll see if it wants to continue down or not, but I'll be happy with taking the 37 fills there. Oh, and there it was. We'd be on the bid. See if it actually goes through. Nope, did not. Probably would not have gotten filled yet. There it is. All right, so we would have got our fill right there. Now, let's see if we can get through that 630 area. I think that's a pretty key area. Keep in mind, though, such a big move up. Look at VWAP. It's just now flattening out. But let's put a stop at break even on the rest, and then we can move this down. Let's just put a trail on it, and then we'll be done with it. So above 53, 20 cents. 20 cents would be a pretty big move for this thing. But this does have a lot of room to go down still. 50. Yeah, let's do 20 cents for now, and then we'll kind of let it do its thing. We'll keep coming back and checking it. Stop 20. All right, there we go. Let's get rid of this one. And I'm going to mute my mic, and I will be right back. Hey, the CERS go down thing, it worked, right? I just need my son next to me at all times. And I should have been I was this patient. I should have been a little bit more patient, right? I would have got the fill, but I wasn't going to fight over 2 cents. So, all right, I will be right back. Alrighty, we're back. See if this thing wants to do something. Just to show you guys over here on BE real quick. It did dump off, but as you can see, this thing is strong. But if you look at VWAP, every time, that's when you got your pullbacks, right? Is when you kind of got just a little too far extended from VWAP, but this thing is definitely grinding higher. Interesting one to look at. Our one other trade was on TZA, which as you can see, we stopped out of that one properly. This thing ended up grinding as well, which obviously, to our knowledge, Alex, thank you very much, letting us know it was the inverse of the SPY. You can see the SPY is working its way back up off the bottom here, so TZA is going down. Yes?
It ain't in my name.
In your name?
No, it ain't in my name.
Oh, it looks like a crane. You're making a crane?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mommy, my moon ain't. And I ain't what ain't a name. I ain't L be a name.
Okay. I'll be right over to help you finish it. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. TDC here making an interesting move. Missed the top here, obviously. It's headed back up here. It's actually got a halt sitting here at 23.37. What you laughing at? The doggies? Your brother's laughing. Whoa, the tape. Go throw that away. You don't need that. Yeah, I see it. It was holding it together. Halt price moved up to 23.60. Not sure how I would feel about this at this point because we already had a big pop up there to 23, and it pretty much gave back half of the move down to the previous resistance at 22.50. There it goes up towards 23 again. That's what I'm saying. I don't like how it already pulled back. You got rid of a bunch of the sellers already. Some decent volume here. Geez, ABIO did take a dive there, Kim. RVP, what's that doing? Oh yeah, I remember looking at that one earlier. We didn't have any shares. Thomas, 3 charts. Let's take a look at them. I can't tell what ticker that is. I'm assuming it's CERS. Yeah, it looks like CERS. Let's pull them all up, make them bigger. So open. Open. Yep, CERS. Not a bad trade. Good trade on SFUN. Could have been a little more patient on that one. TZA. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. It was on the same candle. Yeah, not too bad there on TZA. TZA was a weird one. I didn't like how it was acting either. There goes TDC doing. I don't know what TDC's doing. I'm just gonna leave that thing alone. TTOO going off on the scanner. SFUN, speaking of, is going off on the scanner. It's working off the bottom though. That was a regular I3 scan. TTOO is on the Ultra scan, which is at high of day. So really we're just being patient here on CERS is what we're looking at. Yes, Bray. I hear you whispering. What's up? I think Mommy can still hear you. You're making the base really big. I like it. Why don't you build another crane off of this side so you can have double cranes? Yeah, because that'd be cool. You could work on both sides. You have cranes on both sides. Okay, be quiet. You want me to be quiet? Okay.
I want one on me.
Okay. Urgency tomorrow, maybe. All right, Kim. Have a good rest of your day. CERS is coming back up here towards 650. Okay, Bray. I will come when I'm done. I told you that. I'm almost done. I don't know how many more minutes. Probably, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Why don't you go see what Mommy's cooking? It smells good. It smells like ground beef. Pizza. Oh. Yeah, I guess it does smell like pizza. So our trail's kind of in a pretty good spot here. It's kind of where we'd probably put it anyway, over 650. If anything, we might move it down a little. Yeah. Mommy make you pizza? Your school pizza? Oh, you love that pizza. You just love pizza in general. You can turn into a pizza. So Daddy's gonna get off here very soon. I'll turn to show him while you eat lunch. I really like the 661 area though. It's like if I'm gonna let it go through 650, I might as well let it try to come up here. Okay. Okay. I am a robot. I am a robot. I know it's Ken's tablet. It just cracks me up because he used to do that all the time. I am a robot. You're trying to do it quietly. Alright, I'm going to cancel this trail. I'm going to put a stop at... What was our average? Braden, can you please stop that? Thank you. Put it at high of day and then we'll pull it down. I got a feeling we might get a retest of these areas. Maybe even it doesn't go through 50, but I like being above this consolidation here. If it wants to get up there, then okay, it'll stop us out, but I really want it to prove that it can make a move through 650. I don't want to just be in the middle there. It really doesn't make sense. I put the trail in there just so it didn't like shoot up against this, but as you can see, it's kind of just grinding at this point. But don't forget, guys, I'm going to put that $10 gift card in the video today, so be sure to check it out. Make sure you find it. Hopefully you're the first one to find it. I always root for everybody. That's the whole point. Don't forget to hit the like button, all that good stuff. Show the YouTube algorithm who's boss. I need to come up with like a cool catchphrase for the like button like everybody else has. People say hit the like button, smash the like button, obliterate the like button. Graham has started to say tickle the like button. Some people just say punch it in the face because I hate how it looks at me. I don't know. I don't really know. Is there go short on the like button? How about that? Well, that would mean I don't know. It's kind of a boring trade at this point. I'm gonna let it sit. I'm actually gonna go make some lunch. I'll turn the mic off. We'll see what's going on here. Actually, let me respond to this real quick. Braden. What's wrong? Whoa, you actually have the crane. I forgot we had that. Go ahead, go put it on top. You want it all the way up top? Okay. Put it up there. Oh, it doesn't fit? Here, you just need one of these. Okay. That's the perfect amount for you, GDT. 10 spot for dimple surgery. It's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. It's just a fun little thing I figured I'd try. I saw it on another video and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. He hid the code. I actually went back. It took me a long time to find it. He actually had it sitting underneath a little, it was on a piece of paper. You had to zoom in and it was like underneath a marker that he had sitting on his table. Because he like has a camera pretty much like facing him on his big desk. And I thought that was really cool. I was like, oh, I'm gonna try that. Just to give back. Appreciate all the support. I see it. I see it. I do. I love it. It's so big. That's what Lana Rhodes says in all those videos. I don't know if any of you are just like me, but I used to hate Logan Paul, like the old Logan Paul. But something about him, he's been popping up in my recommended a lot lately, and I've just been clicking on it. And he jam packs so much content into these short videos, and they're just hilarious, full of great content. It always helps now that Mike, his best friend, is now dating Lana Rhodes. So she's like in a bunch of the stuff, and it's just so funny. That's one of the things that she says all the time. They'll just be talking about something random, like look at this Rubik's Cube. And then she'll just randomly be like, it's so big. It just cracks me up. Man, the CERS trade's a little boring. GDT, did you get any? I don't remember you. Oh, you scooped BYND. I was going to say, I don't remember you trading anything. I'm scrolling up now, and I see you traded BYND. Did that work out? I didn't see you say you got out of it. Oh, yeah, it definitely worked out. Assuming you scooped it down towards the bottom there. Let me see if you showed a chart. Oh, 3.5Q. Attaboy. Oh, you scaled into that thing. Look at that. I see the chart now. Boom. So you did start a little early, but you scaled in very nicely. I'll give you the old woohoo for that one. Just saw it. I'm going to, bud. Give me 1 sec. All right, well, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Again, take a look out for the video. I'm going to try to get that done while they're eating lunch and because I got to run out to the store. But we have a stop here. Probably going to move this down to 650 now, seeing that it came back up and gave us a real pivot technically here at 650. So if we can move down a little bit lower, we'll probably move our stop down to 650, 651. Actually, I'm just going to do that now. Put it at 651. Stop tickling me, mister. Stop tickling me, mister. Stop tickling me, mister. And I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate you guys all being here. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. Thomas, show me that chart in the Discord. And have a good rest of your day. If I don't talk to you in my video later in the comment section, which I hope I do, I will catch you guys tomorrow morning. Peace.